All right, I'm going to call to order the public hearing. I would ask that everyone please stand for a moment of silence and pledge to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, would the clerk please read the public hearing notice?
Notice of public hearing for the annual modifications to the Orange County Agricultural District Number 1 in accordance with New York State Agricultural and Markets Law, Sections 303A and 303B. Notice is hereby given that the Orange County Legislature and members of the Department of Planning of the County of Orange, New York, will meet at the Legislative Chambers of the Orange County Government Center located at 255 Main Street, Goshen, New York, on Thursday, the first day of June 2023, beginning at 3:15 p.m. for the purpose of holding a public hearing and to solicit comments and concerns from the public with respect to the proposed modifications to Agricultural Districts Number 1. Agricultural District Number 1 encompasses the towns of Blooming Grove, Chester, Cornwall, Crawford, Deer Park, Goshen, Greenville, Hamptonburg, Minnesink, Monroe, Montgomery, Mount Hope, Newburgh, New Windsor, Walk Hill, Warwick, Wawayanda, and Woodbury, and the villages of Chester, Florida, Goshen, Maybrook, Montgomery, South Blooming Grove, Warwick, and Washingtonville, and is comprised of approximately 146,326.3 acres of land. Further notice is hereby given that copies of said documents relating to the 2023 annual modifications to the Orange County Agricultural District Number 1 review are available at the office of the clerk of said county legislature, 255 Main Street, second floor in the Orange County Government Center, Goshen, New York, where they may be inspected or procured by any interested person during usual business hours, and on the Orange County website, www.orangecountygov.com. The following landowners are requesting inclusion of lands in the Orange County Agricultural District Number 1. Christine Hotmayer, Town of Crawford, Section Block and Lot 1-1-49.2. Rosina's Vineyard LLC, Michelle Callisto, Town of Greenville, Section Block and Lot 1-1-62. Angel M. Rivera and the Anne Marie Rivera Revocable Living Trust, Angel M. Rivera, Town of Newburgh, Section Block and Lot 6-1-2.143 and 6-1-96.2. Seth H. Pulver, Village of Woodbury, Section Block and Lot 202-1-12, 202-1-59.1, 202-1-60.5, 202-1-70, 202-1-72, 202-1-79, and the LJG ELG Family Trust, Lawrence Gordon, Town of Goshen, Section Block and Lot 15-1-44.1, Michael and Alva Antonelli, Michael Antonelli, Town of New Montgomery, Section Block and Lot 14-1-101.2, Andrew Justin, Emily Ameneker, Town of Walk Hill, Section Block and Lot 5-1-71. The Old Sycamore Realty 3 LLC, Lawrence Gordon, Town of Goshen, Section Block and Lot 13-1-50.32. Red Mills Road Properties LLC, William A. Thornton, Town of Newburgh, Section Block and Lot 1-1-1. A. Nina Wabnig Wish Revocable Trust, DTD/Anthenia Stearns and Victoria K. Wabnig, Trustees, Town of Wawayanda, Section Block and Lot 22-1-21.2. This notice was published in the May 24th issues of the Hudson Valley Press, the Warwick Valley Dispatch, and the Goshen Independent, the May 25th issues of the Times Community newspapers, Warwick Valley and Mid-Hudson Times, and the May 26th issue of the News of the Highlands Cornwall Local.
Okay, at this time, I'd like to call on Alan Sorensen, Commissioner of Planning, to summarize the Agricultural District inclusion of lands.
Thank you. So each year, there's an open enrollment period where property owners can ask to be included in the agricultural district. We now have one agricultural district, Ag District 1, and during the month of March, when the open enrollment period is provided, we received a total of 10 applications for inclusion in the agricultural district. Of those, the members of the Ag and Farmland Protection Board went out in the field, visited each of the properties that were requesting to be included in the agricultural district and made an assessment based on that. Of the 10 parcels that the Ag and Farmland Protection Board visited, 8 were recommended for inclusion this year in the Ag District, and 2 applications were not recommended for inclusion. Would you like me to speak to the 2 that were not recommended, or speak to the ones that were recommended for inclusion? Okay, so first was the farm by Christine Hotmeyer, breeds and sells poultry and waterfowl and plans to grow mushrooms in the future. This property was actually in the Ag District. It was one of the smaller parcels that were removed during the 8-year district review. So the recommendation is to include that back into the district. The other next property was the ELJ Family Trust, Lawrence Gordon. That was seen to be actively managed log-grown woodland mushrooms and farm woodland products. And there was also a second application by Lawrence Gordon for an additional property, again, was viewed to be actively managed with log-grown woodland mushrooms and farm woodland products. Then the fourth property that was visited was Rosina's Vineyard, LLC. Michael Castillo produces grapes and is a vineyard winery currently, recommended for inclusion. We had the fifth property was Michael and Alva Antonelli. Produces hops and pumpkins, has a apiary for honey production, has pasture for bees and hay production, and other land for forestation, also recommended for inclusion. Sixth property is Red Mills Road Properties, William A. Thornton, used for fruit crop, wood products, and silviculture. Then we had Andrew, Justin, Emily, and Maneker, and that is a farm with the production of hay and horse grazing. And then last property recommended for inclusion was A. Nina Revocable Trust, and I'm not pronouncing this name right, and Anthonina Stearns in Victoria Kay. Produces animal hay and produces horse retirement boarding. So those are the 8 properties recommended for inclusion.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, why don't you, Alan, why don't you go ahead and do the other 2 as well, just so.
Okay. So there was a application by Angel M. Rivera for an application for inclusion into the district. The property owner operates a business, and according to the notes from the Ag and Farmland Protection Board visit, there was no indication of agriculture on the site. The applicant was looking to construct a 6,000 square foot contractor storage building. And then the last property that was visited was Dr. Pulver's property in, and that property, which is 54.3 acres, was deemed to have soils that were suitable for agricultural purposes. They're currently operating a bed and breakfast with a half-acre garden. Applicant is starting an event venue and plans to expand to a farm winery. At this point, the applicant has not started the vineyard, and I think that was one of the concerns of the Ag and Farmland Protection Board. Okay, thank you.
Okay, anyone wishing to speak, please sign up with the deputy clerk. And when your name is called, please come up to the microphone and give your name and your town for the record. There will be a 3-minute limit for all speakers. I believe we have one speaker signed up, Mr. Seth Pulver.
Hello, everybody. My name is Seth Pulver, and I appreciate the opportunity to speak today. I have had the honor and the privilege to own and live at Rushmore Estate for the past 21 years. The property and house were built in 1908 by Charles Rushmore, who Mount Rushmore is named for. Over the years, I have managed to increase my property size from 39 acres to almost 55 acres by acquiring adjacent lots whenever possible. I firmly believe in preserving open land and large lots. So I have been a very good steward of this very special estate. I have kept it from being developed, and I have even added acreage over time. This was all possible with my wonderful career as a dentist, also in the town of Woodbury, where Rushmore Estate is located. I want nothing more than to stay where I am, where I raised my 4 kids and where I practiced dentistry for over 25 years. To say I am invested in the community is an understatement. I am proud to be part of the fabric of this community. But I need help. I no longer practice dentistry due to a disability, and I got divorced about 3 years ago. So my financial position is very different than it was. Seeing this, I knew I needed to find a way to stay here and afford this very expensive estate. So I went to the planning and building department in the town to see what my zoning allowed for. And I was ecstatic to see that a farm winery was a permitted use. I absolutely loved this idea. After doing research about this business, visiting Warwick Valley Winery, Penning's Orchard, and a slew of other wonderful local farm wineries and breweries, I knew this was the way for me to be able to stay. I love the science of viticulture and enology, so I began my pursuit of a farm winery. Following all the town's requirements, I did surveys, topographies, drainage plans, and traffic studies. But when I tried to fill the requirement of obtaining a farm winery license from New York State, my project ground to a halt. It seems you cannot obtain a New York State farm winery license unless you are in an agricultural district. So that is why I am asking for inclusion in the agricultural district of Orange County. I heard that the reason I was not recommended for inclusion was that there was no active farming taking place. But the regulations stated that you only needed the potential for farming to be included. And during my pursuit of a winery, the Cornell Co-op themselves sent me a survey of my soil and said it was excellent for a Pinot Noir grape, which happens to be my favorite. So currently, I have new architectural renderings of almost 5 acres of vines ready to be planted in what is now a wooded area that I am in the process of clearing. I hope with inclusion in the Ag District, I'll be able to stay in Orange County for the rest of my life and start something that could last for generations. Remember those 4 kids. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Okay, thank you. Next up, we have Heather Shields.
Hi. I didn't prepare a speech. I am the assessor for the town of Wawayanda. I am here to speak about the parcel 22-1-21.2. I guess they've asked for inclusion into the agricultural district. I'm just here to submit a few pictures that I've taken from the property. I've spoken about this with the town board, my town supervisor, and we don't understand why they want to be included into the ag district. It's a very wooded, densely wooded parcel. It has water running through it, and it's not being used for anything agriculturally. So, who would I submit that to? Can I?
Submit it to the clerk, and we'll submit it for the record.
Okay. That was basically it. That was it. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, if there are no other speakers, I declare the public hearing closed. Thank you.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Could I ask you all to please take your seats? Okay. Okay, so at this time, I would like to ask you please to silence your cell phones and any electronic devices you may have. And I would ask that everyone please stand for a moment of silence, followed by the pledge to the flag, and remain standing for the national anthem to be sung today by Warwick Valley High School senior Liam Kevins. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, right here. Okay, from the top. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? For the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, Liam, if you would just hold on for a second, Legislator Briskevich has a proclamation for you.
Yeah, I just want to thank Liam. Liam is one of my constituents. He's a senior at Warwick Valley High School, and I believe in the fall he's going to NYU to study acting and filmmaking. And I know in Warwick he's been a member of the Warwick High School Meister Singers, and I believe also started Zeus and Xanadu. Is that right? All right. So anyway, great job. And Liam was also the singer. You probably remember him from Youth and Government Day. He sang that national anthem there as well. So. Liam, on behalf of the legislature, I just want to thank you and present you with a certificate of appreciation.
Thank you very much.
And good luck at NYU.
Thank you.
We're going to do roll call.
All right, before we receive, thank you so much, Liam. It was great to hear you once again. And thank you, Legislative Riskevich and Legislator Cheney for making the arrangements for our singer this month. At this point, I would ask for the roll to be called.
Fagion?
Here.
Paduk? Amo? Anagnestakis? Benton? Brescia? Cheney?
Here.
Ellers? Hines?
Here.
Luhan? Menuda? O'Donnell? Ramos? Riskevich? Sassy? Sierra? Stiganga? Sutherland? Tortel? Tui?
Here.
Benelli. 19 present, 2 absent.
Okay, so it is Thursday, June 1st, 2023. And as every June meeting, we gather here and we recognize June as Dairy Month. We're also honoring the Orange County Dairy Promotional Court members for 23 rather. Lucy Joyce, our Executive Director from Cornell Cooperative Extension, along with Marie Ulrich, the Agricultural Program Leader, are here joining us today for the presentation of a proclamation. And Grace Ott, Commercial and Youth Dairy Livestock Educator and the 4-H Dairy Program members, Honoria Demarest, Alexi DeBlock, Hannah Weibald, Silas Weibald, and Legislator Paul Riskevich. If you would join me at the front with the proclamation, I'd appreciate it. At this point, I'll ask Legislator Riskevich to look at the proclamation and please read it on behalf of the members of 4-H and Cornell Cooperative.
Thank you. We have here Orange County Legislature proclamation recognizing June 2023 as Dairy Month and honoring the Orange County Dairy Promotional Court members for the year 2022-2023. Whereas milk is New York's leading agricultural product and is produced all across the state. Milk sales account for 1/2 of total agricultural receipts. Production in 2022 was more than 15.6 billion pounds with a preliminary value of over $4 billion. New York is the nation's 5th leading milk producer, and whereas in 2023, so far Orange County dairy farms produced around 33 million pounds of milk with sales value of 6.7 million, which are brought into the local economy. Currently, there are 30 active dairy farms in Orange County with over 3,000 milking cows and almost the same number of heifers, animals less than 2 years of age not producing milk. And whereas each year, members of our youth are called upon to be representatives of the Orange County dairy industry. Through educational and outreach programs funded by the American Dairy Association and Dairy Council and the support of Cornell Cooperative Extension, the Dairy Ambassador Program informs the public about dairy, families, farms, the wholesome products that are produced using milk and their nutritional value. Now be it hereby proclaimed that we, the legislature of the County of Orange, on behalf of the citizens of Orange County, do hereby designate the month of June 2023 as Dairy Month and as a day of recognition of the 2022-2023 Dairy Ambassadors, given this first day of June 2023. So on behalf of the legislature, I want to present this to you. Thank you. And just as a reminder, next month is Ice Cream Month, so they'll be back.
Do you want to say a few words?
Hi, everyone. I'm the livestock dairy educator with Orange County Cooperative Extension. Thank you for having us here for Dairy Month, especially because of the rich history of dairy in this county. We hope you enjoyed the snacks. And I'd also like to draw your attention to a handout that we made out with a lot of dairy facts about in the industry in the county, the state, and as well as the nation as a whole. Some of my favorites that I've learned since I moved to Orange County a year and a half ago are that cream cheese was actually invented here in Chester, New York. And the first commercial dairy butter business was also established in Goshen. And Goshen butter was actually known pretty widely in the 1800s. And now I'll pass it off to Hannah, who's going to introduce our dairy ambassadors and 4-H youth.
June is National Dairy Month. Dairy farmers across New York and here in Orange County work hard each and every day to bring dairy foods to your table. They care for their cows, are stewards of the land and natural resources, and take great pride in bringing milk, cheese, and other dairy products to supermarket shelves. Hello, my name is Hannah Wiebolt, and I am a dairy ambassador with the Orange County Dairy Court. Along with me are the other dairy ambassadors, Lexi, Honoria, and Silas. If you like open spaces here in Orange County, then thank a farmer. 16% of the land in Orange County is used in active farming, and half of that is devoted to dairies and their support ground. Our 32 active dairy farms play a critical role in providing nature's most perfect food and keeping Orange County beautiful. Remember to buy local and support our farmers. Thank you.
Thank you, Hannah and everyone, and thank you all for having us here for June is Dairy Month. And next month is July. July is Ice Cream Month, and you are all entitled to a coupon for a free milkshake at Jeremy's Shake Shack at the Country Fair, the 27th through the 30th out in Otisville at our Education Center in 4-H Park. Additionally, yesterday, I've confirmed that the Commissioner of Agriculture Markets, Richard Ball, will be present at 11:30 for a celebration for this new collaboration. Remember, through your efforts, twice, I believe 2 years in a row, to help us become recognized as an agricultural fair. So we want to thank him, and you're all invited, and it would be great. But if you can't make it Saturday in the middle of the day, come sometime those 4 days and enjoy your coupon. And Jeremy, Jeremy Shake Shack is in recognition of Jeremy DeBlock, a former 4-H'er who had died tragically many years ago, and that's in honor of him. And it raises money both for the park and for 4-H scholarships. So thank you again so much.
Thank you, Lucy. I have to say that when you come to legislative meetings, whether it be this particular session or you come to committee meetings, you're always so energized and it's contagious. So it's always great to welcome you here, and especially when you bring snacks. I know, like some of my colleagues, we mentioned that you were going to be bringing cheese and crackers. Ice cream is a big hit, so we look forward to that next month. But thank you all, and congratulations to all of you. And you have a bright future ahead of you, and we're so glad you do all the things that you do here for promoting the industry here in Orange County. Thank you so much for joining us. Okay, Majority Leader Fagione.
Madam Chair, thank you. For June, the legislature would also like to recognize the following. Pardon. School graduations across Orange County, Older Americans Month, Pride Month, National Immigrant Heritage Month, PTSD Awareness Month, National Safety Month, and these specific dates. June 14th is World Blood Donor Day. June 14th also happens to be Flag Day. June 18th, Father's Day. June 19th is Juneteenth. And June 21st, already the first day of summer. Thank you, Madam Chair.
I would also like to add that National Immigrant Heritage Month and Pride Month are also this month. And at this point, do we have any public participation? All right, then we will start our agenda. Thank you all for your patience. And we'll start off with number 1.
Legislators Benton, Fagione, and Brescia. Resolution of the Orange County Legislature in support of the town of Newburgh's opposition to the siting of the Ulster County Resource Recovery Agency landfill in town of Plattekill.
Second.
Questions or comments? I'm sorry, Legislator Benton, I didn't see you.
That's okay. Thank you, Madam Chair. Yes, I hope everyone can support this. My counterpart from the Ulster County Legislature and friend Kevin Roberts was there to speak at Physical Services and was quite informative. So I hope everyone can support this.
Thank you, Legislator Benton. Any questions or comments? All right, then I will ask the roll to be called, please.
Fagion?
Yes.
Paduk?
Yes.
Amo? Benton? Brescia? Cheney? Ellers? Hines? Luhan? Menuda? O'Donnell? Ramos? Riskevich? Sassy? Stiganga? Sutherland? Tortel? Tui? Benelli. 19 ayes.
Thank you. Number 2, please.
Legislators Benton, O'Donnell, and Brescia. Resolution authorizing the private sale and conveyance of certain county-owned lands acquired by reason of a failure to redeem said lands from a tax sale to Orange County.
Second.
Questions, comments? Roll call, please.
Fagion?
Yes.
Paduk?
Yes.
Amo? Benton? Brescia? Cheney? Ellers? Hines? Luhan? Menuda? O'Donnell? Ramos? Riskevich? Sassy? Stiganga? Sutherland? Tortel? Tui? Benelli. 19 ayes.
Number 3, please.
Legislators Brescia, Menuda, resolution authorizing the county executive to approve a right-of-way dedication in the town of Cornwall through the lands of Mark and Virginia Scott.
Second.
This is a voice vote, but any questions or comments before we take the vote? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Number 3 is carried. Number 4.
Legislators Stiganga, Sutherland, Benton, O'Donnell, and Brescia, with Legislator Lujan and all Republicans as co-sponsors.
Second.
Questions, comments? Okay, roll call, please.
Fagion? Paduk?
Yes.
Amo? Benton? Brescia? Cheney? Ellers? Hines? Lujan? Menuda? O'Donnell? Ramos? Riskevich? Sassy? Stiganga? Sutherland? Tortel? Tui? Benelli. 19 ayes.
Number 5, please.
Legislators Tui, Tortel, Benton, Brescia, Cheney, with Legislator Lujan and all Republicans as co-sponsors. Resolution making a supplemental appropriation to the 2023 Orange County budget for the Orange County Veterans Service Agency to be used to purchase 2 vehicles pursuant to Section 4.09 of the Orange County Charter.
Second.
Questions or comments? Okay, please call the roll.
Fagion? Paduk?
Yes.
Amo? Benton? Brescia? Cheney? Ellers? Hines? Lujan? Menuda? O'Donnell? Ramos? Riskevich? Sassy? Stiganga? Sutherland? Tortel? Tui? Benelli. 19 ayes.
Okay, number 6, please.
Legislators Tortel and Ramos with all Republicans as co-sponsors. Resolution authorizing the county executive in conjunction with the Orange County Office for the Aging to accept and appropriate grant funds from the New York State Office for the Aging for the Health Insurance Information, Counseling, and Assistance Volunteer Stipend Program.
Second.
Questions or comments? This is a voice vote, so hearing no questions or comments. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? The motion is carried, and we move on to number 7.
Legislators Tui, Sutherland, Ellers, Tortel, with all Republicans as co-sponsors. Resolution of the Orange County Legislature designating June 25th, 2023 through July 1st, 2023 as Helen Keller Deafblind Awareness Week.
Second.
At this time, I would like to ask Legislator Peter Tui to please read this resolution as the Chair of Health and the Mental Health Committee.
Throw it down on the ground.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Resolution of the Orange County Legislature designating June 25th, 2023 through July 1st, 2023 as Helen Keller Deafblind Awareness Week. Whereas Helen Keller was an American lecturer, author, and activist, deaf and blind since early childhood and living in an era where most individuals similarly afflicted were confined to an asylum. Helen Keller overcame her disabilities with the aid of mentor Anne Sullivan and rose to international renown. Keller used her fame to educate others about the blind and to raise funds for related charities. And whereas deaf blindness is a very severe disability, whereas it is in the best interest of Orange County to encourage the full participation of Americans with multi-sensory disabilities in our economy by fostering the employment of, promoting housing and recreational options for people who are deafblind, thus maximizing their opportunities for productive life in the community of their choice. Whereas today, people with dual sensory loss should have options to choose their preferred lifestyles. Whereas it is highly appropriate and necessary to publicize the abilities and potential of fellow citizens who are deafblind or severely vision and hearing impaired, to recognize Helen Keller as a guiding example of courage, hope, determination, and achievement for other individuals who are deafblind. Therefore, be it hereby resolved that the Orange County Legislature designates June 25th, 2023 through July 1st, 2023 as Helen Keller Deafblind Awareness Week for Orange County, and conveys these sentiments to every citizen of Orange County, that all might raise awareness of deafblindness in our community, dated June 1st, 2023. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Legislator Dewey. Any other comments? Roll call, please.
Fagion? Paduk?
Yes.
Amo? Benton? Brescia? Cheney? Ellers? Hines? Luhan? Menuda? O'Donnell? Ramos? Riskevich? Sassy? Stiganga? Sutherland? Tortel? Tui? Benelli. 19 ayes.
Okay, number 8, please.
Legislators Tortel and Sutherland with Legislator Lujan as co-sponsor. Resolution making a supplemental appropriation to the 2023 county budget for the Department of Mental Health to use the remaining balance of unused 2022 CIT funding.
Second.
Questions or comments? All right, roll call, please.
Fagion? Paduk?
Yes.
Amo? Benton? Brescia? Cheney? Ellers? Hines? Lujan? Menuda? O'Donnell? Ramos? Riskevich? Sassy? Stiganga? Sutherland? Tortel? Tui? Benelli. 19 ayes.
Okay, we move on to number 9, please.
Legislators Tortel and Sutherland with Legislator Lujan as co-sponsor. Resolution authorizing the county executive in conjunction with the Orange County Department of Health to accept and appropriate grant funds from the New York State Department of Health for the Immunization Action Plan.
Second.
Questions or comments? This is a voice vote, so all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone against? The motion is carried, and we move on to number 10, which will also be a voice vote.
Legislators Tortel and Sutherland with Legislator Lujan and all Republicans as co-sponsors. Resolution authorizing the county executive in conjunction with the Orange County Department of Health to accept and appropriate scholarship funds from the National Association of County and City Health Officials.
Second.
Questions, comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion is carried, and we move on to number 11, which here again is a voice vote.
Legislators Tortel and Sutherland with Legislator Lujan and all Republicans as co-sponsors. Resolution authorizing the county executive in conjunction with the Orange County Department of Health to appropriate second-year budget period funds from the New York State Department of Health for the Healthy Neighborhoods Program.
Second.
Questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion is carried, and we move on to number 12, which is also a voice vote.
Legislators Tortel and Sutherland with Legislator Lujan and all Republicans as co-sponsors. Resolution authorizing the county executive in conjunction with the Orange County Department of Health to accept and appropriate funds from the New York State Department of Agriculture and Markets for the Healthy Orange Farm Fresh Grant.
Second.
Questions, comments? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? The motion is carried. Number 13, please.
Legislators Lujan, Sassy, Benton, Fagion, and Hines. Resolution making a supplemental appropriation to the 2023 county budget for Orange County Community College to begin use of county ARPA funds pursuant to sections 4.09 of the Orange County Charter.
Second.
Questions or comments? Okay, roll call, please.
Fagion?
Yes.
Paduk?
Yes.
Amo? Benton? Brescia? Cheney? Ellers? Hines? Lujan? Menuda? O'Donnell? Ramos? Riskevich? Sassy? Stiganga? Sutherland? Tortel? Tui? Benelli. 19 ayes.
And before I move on to number 14, I'd just like to recognize Mr. Martland from the college who's here to join us this afternoon. Thank you for joining us. Number 14, please.
Legislators Sassy and Stiganga with all Republicans as co-sponsors. Resolution authorizing the county executive in conjunction with the Orange County Youth Bureau to accept and appropriate funds from the Friends of the Orange County Youth Bureau.
Second.
Questions, comments? This is a voice vote, so all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? The motion is carried, and we move on to number 15, which will also be a voice vote.
Legislator Sassy and Fagione with Legislator Lujan and all Republicans as co-sponsors. Resolution making a supplemental appropriation to the Orange County Office of Community Development to adjust the 2023 entitlement budget.
Second.
Questions, comments? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? The motion is carried, and we move to number 16, which will be a voice vote as well.
Legislator Sassy and Lujan, resolution authorizing the Orange County Urban County Community Development Block Grant Consortium, hereinafter called County, to renew and amend, and/or execute a new cooperation agreement with participating municipalities for the purpose of undertaking the home program for the program year commencing federal fiscal year 2024 and continuing through federal fiscal year 2026 and successive three-year qualification periods, pursuant to Title 11 of the Cranston-Gonzalez National Affordable Housing Act of 1990 as amended, hereinafter called the Act.
Second.
Okay, any questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion is carried, and we move on to 17, and this will be a voice vote as well.
Legislator Sassy and Lujan, resolution authorizing the County of Orange to renew and amend, and/or execute new cooperation agreements with cooperating communities listed on the Schedule A attached hereto for the purpose of undertaking community development and home programs for the program years commencing federal fiscal years 2024, 2025, and 2026, and successive three-year qualification periods, pursuant to Title I of the Housing and Community Development Act of 1974 as amended, the Cranston-Gonzalez National Affordable Housing Act of 1990 as amended, and Subtitle B of Title IV of the McKinney-Vento Homeless Assistance Act of 1987 as amended.
Second.
Questions or comments? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion is carried, and we move on to number 18.
Legislators Lujan and Fagione, resolution extending additional benefits to all employees of Orange County called to active military duty.
Second.
Questions or comments? Okay, roll call, please.
Fagione?
Yes.
Duke?
Yes.
Amo, Benton, Brescia, Cheney, Ellers, Hines, Lujan, Menuda, O'Donnell, Ramos, Riskevich, Sassy, Stiganga, Sutherland, Tortel, Tui, Benelli. 19 ayes.
Okay, we move on to number 19, and this is a bond resolution, therefore requiring a two-thirds vote.
Legislators Tortel, Sutherland, Benton, Hines, and O'Donnell, with Legislator Lujan and all Republicans as co-sponsors. Bond resolution dated June 1st, 2023. Bond resolution of the County of Orange, New York, authorizing the replacement of beds at Valley View Nursing Home, stating the estimated total cost thereof is $515,000, appropriating said amount therefore, and authorizing the issuance of 515,000 bonds of the county to finance said appropriation.
Second.
Questions, comments? Roll call, please.
Fagione?
Yes.
Paduk?
Yes.
Amo, Benton, Brescia, Cheney, Ellers, Hines, Lujan, Menuda, O'Donnell, Ramos, Riskevich, Sassy, Stiganga, Sutherland, Tortel, Tui, Benelli. 19 ayes.
Okay, we move on to number 20. Here again, this would require a two-thirds vote since it is a bond resolution.
Legislators Tortel, Sutherland, Benton, Cheney, Fagione, with Legislator Lujan as co-sponsor. Bond resolution dated June 1st, 2023. Bond resolution of the County of Orange, New York, authorizing the construction of carbon filtration water improvements at Valley View Nursing Home, stating the estimated total cost thereof is $375,501, appropriating said amount therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $375,501 bonds of the county to finance said appropriation.
Second.
Questions, comments? Roll call, please.
Fagione?
Yes.
Paduk?
Yes.
Amo, Benton, Brescia, Cheney, Ellers, Hines, Lujan, Menuda, O'Donnell, Ramos, Riskevich, Sassy, Stiganga, Sutherland, Tortel, Tui, Benelli. 19 ayes.
Okay, number 21, please.
Legislators Fagion, Lujan, Sutherland, and Tortel. Resolution authorizing a rate increase for consultants providing services for the Valley View Certified Home Health Agency at the Orange County Department of Residential Health Care Services.
Second.
Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Fagion?
Yes.
Paduk?
Yes.
Amo, Benton, Brescia, Cheney, Ellers, Hines, Lujan, Menuda, O'Donnell, Ramos, Riskevich, Sassy, Stiganga, Sutherland, Tortel, Tui, Benelli. 19 ayes.
Okay, number 22, please.
Legislators Brescia, Benton, Tortel, and Ellers. An act amending the appropriate Orange County employment schedules to create the title Stationary Engineer, RHCS, per diem at the Orange County Department of Residential Health Care Services.
Second.
Questions, comments? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Fagion?
Yes.
Paduk?
Yes.
Amo, Benton, Brescia, Cheney, Ellers, Hines, Lujan, Menuda, O'Donnell, Ramos, Riskevich, Sassy, Stiganga, Sutherland, Tortel, Tui, Benelli. 19 ayes.
Number 23, please.
Legislators Lujan, Fagion, Tortel, and Sutherland. An act amending the appropriate Orange County employment schedules to create senior public health technician at the Orange County Department of Health.
Second.
Questions or comments on this? Okay, hearing none, roll call, please.
Fagion?
Yes.
Paduk?
Yes.
Amo, Benton, Brescia, Cheney, Ellers, Hines, Lujan, Menuda, O'Donnell, Ramos, Riskevich, Sassy, Stiganga, Sutherland, Tortel, Tui, Benelli. 19 ayes.
And number 24, please.
Legislators Brescia, Menuda, Sassy, and Stiganga. An act amending the appropriate Orange County employment schedules to create Deputy Director of Community Development at the Orange County Office of Community Development.
Second.
Questions or comments? All right, please call the roll.
Fagion?
Yes.
Paduk?
Yes.
Amo, Benton, Brescia, Cheney, Ellers, Hines, Lujan, Menuda, O'Donnell, Ramos, Riskevich, Sassy, Stiganga, Sutherland, Tortel, Tui, Benelli. 19 ayes, Madam Chair, and the desk is clear.
I do want to call on Majority Leader Fagion because I do believe he wants to move the minutes.
Thanks, Madam Chair. I would move to approve the minutes of February 2nd, 2023.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay,
Thank you, Madam Chair.
thank you. Was there any public participation? Okay. So at this, I will entertain a motion to adjourn. Second? Okay, all in favor? Thank you very, very much and have a very happy June.